I think David Cameron has let us down very, very badly. And David Cameron effectively said, I'm not prepared to help. I'm not prepared to lift a finger. In fact, he went worse than that. He kicked them in the teeth, and that will not be forgotten. There was nothing, absolutely nothing, being negotiated last night which affects the City of London in terms of the financial transaction tax or other financial regulation. All of that is completely separate. David Cameron just put that up as a shibboleth to try and knock it down. But in practice, he knocked himself down, and he dragged us down with him. The Lisbon Treaty remains in force. All the normal business of environmental legislation and transport legislation, all that sort of business, indeed the financial regulations that he's so concerned about, all of that will continue as per normal for the future. But the problem is just, it's quite clear that the European Union is going to evolve to deal with the Eurozone crisis and beyond. If you were a member of the Eurozone, if you were perhaps one of the smaller ones rather than France or Germany, after today's performance, would you put any trust in Britain as being a genuine colleague and collaborator? I wouldn't. What Nick Clegg may be saying privately may differ very considerably from what he's saying publicly.
I'm afraid I think yesterday's summit was a terrible outcome for Britain. It's a terrible outcome for Britain because we are going to be now excluded from key economic decisions that will affect our country in the future. Let's not be under any illusions. This is not so much a veto as David Cameron walking away. I think the clear outcome of this for Britain is that there will be decisions made about our future of which we will have no part. Now, I don't think that is a good outcome for our country.
And just finally, the theme of taking a strong stance in Europe will chime with an awful lot of people in the United Kingdom who for many years feel that has not been the case. Do you think that they are misguided in backing that strong arm?
I think the Prime Minister has been spectacularly misguided, because if he thinks it's a good outcome to have Britain not at the table anymore on decisions that will affect growth and jobs and all of those things, he's completely wrong. And the other thing I'll say is that what these negotiations should have produced, let's remember, is an outcome for the Eurozone which meant stability and an outcome for Europe that meant growth. Neither of those things have happened. We will also come to rue the fact that there doesn't seem to be the kind of outcome we wanted for the Eurozone, for the stability and growth that we need as well.
You said you wanted a deal of all of the countries of the EU. You've not got it. You said you wanted new safeguards for the City of London. You haven't got them. How is that anything other than a failure?
Well, the choice was a treaty without proper safeguards or no treaty, and the right answer was no treaty. Of course, we're still in the single market. That is the best safeguard of keeping markets open.
There are plenty of people in your party who are jubilant at this because they think that it's the first of a number of steps that could lead us towards the exit door. Is that what it is? Are we heading towards the exit?
We're not exiting the European Union. We are actually protecting the European Union as an institution that serves all its 27 members, including Britain.